And hello once again, y'all. We are here on the Teddy and Monica show. We're waiting for us to just come on in real good and clear today, y'all. We're excited about this day. We are so excited about this day, y'all. It has been a blessing just to be here back again on this show, y'all. Our platform is amazing just to have it, y'all. We're just getting better and better and better at this thing, y'all. God is showing us just favor. So we just want to say we just want to love you on you all tonight and say thank you all for coming in, tuning in, and listening to us, you all, and just we just want to give it up. Mom, you got anything you want to say to people tonight?
Just want to say happy Monday. We have made it to the 8th month of the year. God is good. We have to thank him each and every day that he lets us see a new day with grace and mercy. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend, and now we're in a wonderful work day. I know mine was a little hectic today, but God, that's all I got to say is, but God. And once again, I know we keep saying this, but the Spin Awards is still open. So please go out there and vote. www.thespinawards.com/vote. So please go out there and vote for the Teddy and Monica show. We have 6 different topics out there that you can vote on for us. And we will greatly appreciate our votes. And not only that, please go to the YouTube page and subscribe to Sacrificial Conversations, our podcast. So tell your friends. Once again, it's WFTB 104.1 FM radio station. It's on 7 days a week. So go out there and listen to gospel radio on an FM show. And then go out there on YouTube every Wednesday. And then we have our engineer, DeMarco, has put out different pop-ups that comes to your phone, which you can get a little glimpse of what topic we're talking about each and every week. So just go out there and subscribe, as well go out there and vote on the Spin Awards. Back to you, Theodore.
All right, y'all. So tonight, y'all, we have another great guest,
Yes,
you all.
wonderful
like
woman
I
of
say,
God.
we've been blessed to be able to have people to just come and have this great conversation with us, you all. That's why we call this thing Sacrificial Conversation. So tonight, you all, we have, like I said, in my Facebook Live today, I introduced her, you all, but I'm going to do that once again. I'm going to tell y'all how I know her, y'all. This is a special young lady that I've been watching for years. I'm talking about maybe 20-something years I've been watching this young lady, you all. And when I met her, you all, and this is what we're going to talk about tonight, but when I met her, I noticed something about her, and it's something special. It ain't nothing bad. It's something actually special, but it's a story behind what we saw and what I saw when I first met her. But her personality, the way she looks, the way she carries herself, she's a very special person, y'all. And to be able to go through life, y'all, and what I'm realizing, y'all, trauma can take you to places that can either have you up or bring you down. Mm-hmm. Life can take you to places where you can be in where you think you got it popping, everything is great, and then something to just come and just snatch everything from up under you, and you got to adjust and figure things out. So this conversation tonight is going to be special because, y'all, like I say, I've been knowing this thing for a long time, but I've never had the time to really sit down and really get to know Andrea in this way and know what actually happened in this conversation. And I'm glad you're letting us actually interview you and talk about this tonight, Andrea, because this is this could be touching. This could be something that you might not want to talk about. I mean, you could have been like, bro, I'm good with this. You know, I don't want to, you know, but you're being able to open up about this, and I promise you, someone is going to be healed or someone's going to be touched because they're going to know that you're the strength that God has given you to be able to go through life. And I'm gonna get a little deep with you tonight because I I've been wanting to do this, but I never had the chance to actually do this. So introduce yourself first. Give us a small resume. Tell us who you are, kids, husband. We got your husband in here working the one and twos. I'm gonna call it the one and twos, but I'm gonna let you do the introduction and give us a little resume of yourself tonight, young lady.
Hi, my name is Andrea Campbell. I am originally from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I moved to Nashville 2004 for a better opportunity. I just woke up one weekend and said, let me try something different. So here I am years later. I am a husband. I'm sorry.
You're a good husband.
That's just to make sure that everybody's up. I am a wife of DeMarco, and I am a mom of 3 bonus babies. TJ, Ariana, Jelani, and my son Jaden. I'm glad to be here. Let's do it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Monica, got anything you want to add or put in that introduction before
No,
we get
she's just
started?
an excellent, virtuous woman, a wonderful friend. Just glad to have God placed her in our lives. So I'm just glad to have her and her husband and her son. So it's just a blessing to have you on today. Looking forward to hearing your story because I don't know the story. So I'm looking forward to hearing it.
One of the things you did say something. This young lady, she is task oriented.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
You tell her to do something, she gets it done immediately, y'all. I don't know what made me throw that out there, but I don't know if that's been a part of your journey, as you went to the next levels of what life has brought you, Andrew. So I don't know that, but we're gonna find out. Is that cool? Is it okay to jump onto this conversation?
Yes, actually, it is. I am a task. I'm a doer.
Okay.
That's part of the journey.
So, when I first met this young lady, you all, I met her because she came and she got her hair done. She called and she made an appointment through one of our mutual friends that we have. She came to the salon, and when she came to the salon, you all, as we are as people, y'all know how people are. When we see anything, a scar, a bruise, anything, the humanistic person in us makes us automatically say, what happened? What went wrong? And it's not that we only saw it on certain parts of this young lady's body. We didn't see, any marks on her face because her face always looked flawless. It'd be like her faces, but we did see certain marks, on her body, and we would wonder, what happened, because we weren't gonna just be like, okay, what happened, girl, But she was open enough to talk to us and give us the conversation and let us know actually what happened. When she tell you all actually what happens, it's gonna bless some people. It's gonna let a lot of you all understand that going through any type of trauma, going through anything in life, you all, if you let it take control, if you let it have your being, your source, if you don't understand that you have to let God take control of any hurt, any pain, any sickness, anything that you're going through, you have to let God have control over that in order for you to be able to be productive and fruitful in life, you all. So I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let this young lady talk about actually what happened, because I don't want to say it. I could say it, but I'm gonna let you actually say, and I want to start from that point, and then we'll talk about other things.
Okay.
Because I got some other questions I want to talk about, but let's start there, if that's okay.
Okay. So many don't know, a lot do. I was in a house fire in 1994. I wasn't at home. I was actually visiting my great aunt. I had asked to spend the night at their house. And the day before, I recall this was January the 18th, 1994. That day, I had noticed that the heater in the bathroom came on by itself. Back then, they had the wall heaters.
Yeah.
And they used the wood burning stove. They didn't really we didn't have no central air and heat over there.
Right.
And it came on, but they thought I was crazy. I was a kid. I was 12, going on 13 at the time. And they was like, girl, go in there and cut that heater off and keep it moving. But not knowing that was a red flag, something's about to go down.
Wow.
So the next day, I don't remember anything about the accident. The fire occurred. I do remember waking up over 2 weeks later, I was in a coma that long, not knowing what happened. I woke up thinking, hey, I was playing the day before, but not realizing I was in an accident. So when I woke up, I was like, hey, what's going on? What I'm doing here? And I was in this room. It's a small room. No TVs. The room was dark. And I was like, what's going on? And they was like, you in a hospital. You was in an accident. Still hadn't told me I was burned yet.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, well, where is everybody? I started asking about my brother. They was like, oh, he at home. And time would go by. And I was like, where's my brother? Where's Tyrell? And they was like, shutting the blinds again. It got real dark. And that's when my mom told me that he had passed. Instantly, I went into guilt because I had begged for him to spend the night that night with us.
Wow. Okay.
So I carried that for years, guys. But when I came into, my Aunt Clem was up when I woke up out of my coma. And she said, Andrew, you was burned. And I was like, okay. I said, well, let me see. And she broke down crying. I was like, what you crying for? And so she was like, why would you ask out of all days, out of all your visitors now? I was like, well, let me see. And when she gave me the mirror, y'all, my head was like 3-4 times this size. Everything was swollen because as a victim, it's pink and it's swollen and you're wrapped from the injury.
Yes.
So I looked at the mirror for the first time and I was like, oh, it's not that bad. She looked at me. She said, oh my God, she felt so relieved. But deep down, I was like, dang, because I was a cheerleader. Y'all had it going on. I was smart. I was a little chocolate drop, all down cheerleading at all the games and stuff. I was something.
Yeah.
So, even though inside I knew I was different, I couldn't let my people see that I was really not okay, but I was okay.
So this occurred, Andrea, and give me that age one more time. I heard that age, but I really want to make sure that I heard it correctly.
Actually, I was 13. 2004, I was 13 going on 14. I was in the 8th grade, about to transition to high school.
Wow.
Honor roll student. I was a cheerleader. I was a chatterbox. I was very popular, and the boys liked me too. Had a little boyfriend and everything. So, all those things start playing in my mind because now I'm different. But
so when you say that you were different, when you saw yourself, and like I say, darling, if we get too deep, just say hold up or hold up. When you actually saw yourself in the mirror, did you see? How did the scars speak to you? What did it say to you at that particular time? Because you just sit there and said that you said to yourself, okay, I'm different, but I'm okay.
My smile.
Wow. That's what you saw first.
That's what I saw first.
Wow.
My smile. If anybody that really knows me know I'm big on smiles and teeth, and my nickname was Smiley. I love to smile. I love to chat. I love to be silly. And that's the first thing I saw when I came into. I didn't see, so much of the scars. I saw it, but my smile stood out more than anything outside of my swollen head.
Okay.
But
wow. So the pain at that particular time, had it came down
No.
a level 1 to 10? And when that particular time when you woke up, what do you think it was at that particular time?
10 times 10.
Woo! Goodness.
I would not put burns on my worst enemy. And I want to say this. I want to give a shout out to somebody. I was in a coma for weeks. But when you're in a coma, you can hear people talking to you. Wow. You just can't respond. And I had a nurse, a tech at the time. Her name was Patricia Waters. She was a Christian, a God-fearing. She just passed last year. God bless her soul. But she would sing to me. She would pray to me before she do my wound care.
Wow.
I remember all those things. So I think that was also giving me strength every day. It was like God was already preparing me, I feel like, for what I had to go and face once I get to my, come out of this coma.
And it's amazing that at 13, The encounter with God at 13.
Mm-hmm.
That was that your first, time that you really think that you had an encounter with him, or was that
My grandmother instilled in us early about God, but for myself,
yeah.
yeah, that was like whoa.
Wow.
Because when she was praying and singing, my body was healing. Like I could feel the healing, and I told her that when I was able to thank her, I told her, you helped brought life back into my lifeless body. I want to say this as well. When my brother passed away, they told my mom to prepare funeral services for me because I was not going to make it overnight.
Wow.
All right. You gave me the story. I want to let people understand actually what happened to. Is it okay to talk about what happened to your brother? You don't really want to talk about that.
Yeah. So I talked to the fireman, one of the firemen that responded to the house fire, and he told me just last year that my brother. I knew he was found by the door, but the fireman told me that my brother was found by the door on top of me. So he was covering me. I don't remember anything because, again, I slept through everything. I don't remember anything about the house fire. I just remember I woke up in the in the hospital.
Wow.
And how old was your brother?
He was 9.
Oh, a little bit younger than you.
So you see why I felt guilty because I begged him to spend the night. He was supposed to have been with my mom that night, but I begged for him to spend the night. And he was found covering his one of his big sisters.
Wow. Wow.
So many people ask, how did y'all get out? Like who knew to go where?
Yeah.
My oldest sister, her name is Dee. She woke up. Thank God she woke up. She said her cover was on fire. She was sleeping in the den where the heater was, the wood burning stove, but we were in the front part of the house where the house fire started. So the fire started from a heater in the living room that was covered by furniture because they did not use it. They was using only wood burning stove. So it caught the couch, and the couch ignited real quick, and it caught everything really fast. But my sister woke up, and they had the security doors with the keys. You couldn't get out. I can't stand those doors. We'll talk about that later. But she went out the back door, and it had like 7, 8 locks on the lock. She bust all those out.
Wow.
We don't know how she did it without no keys. There were no keys to. She broke all those out.
All those locks.
And she ran around the corner to my mom and dad's house. And my dad came and busted a window out. People say, why did he do that? That fed the fire. I'm glad he did that because as they brought me and my brother out, I was told that they didn't know it was another body in there. They saw her in the window, her being my cousin. It was her home that we spent the night at. And they said, had my dad not bust that window out, they would have just kept going and assumed that everybody was out the house. So they saved her life. My dad saved her life by basically busting out the window.
Wow.
So it was me, my brother, my cousin, and my sister. But my sister was the only one made it out without injury. My cousin, her name is Felicia. She is a nurse practitioner in Atlanta, Georgia, doing very well, got her own practice. Her wounds not as bad as mine, but she has some trauma there as well.
Wow.
But I took most of the scarring, like most of my scarring. I was the one that took a lot of the scarring.
So over your lifetime with the recovery and the reconstructive surgeries and everything, how many or how long have you been dealing with that part of your life?
I was in the hospital for 54 days. Because I was determined to get out. I had to learn how to walk, eat, write. I had to basically do everything over. And I was determined to walk with my 8th grade promotion class. So I went back to school. When I got to high school, and we can pause that, but I will say I was blessed with a nice circle. Everybody wasn't nice, but I was blessed with some good people because I stopped wearing they call it jost or something like that, where they zip up and it's supposed to compress the burns and stuff like that. I was at a family reunion with these sleeves on. It's hot, y'all. We was in the country. It was hot. And I was covering myself up because I always had like leggings and extra clothes. And I was hot. And it was like one of the aunties said, "Baby, you are beautiful." And she said, "If you hot, take it off." And I took it off, y'all, and I ain't never put it back on.
Wow.
That was probably like 9th, 10th grade. I stopped wearing it. I was like, this is me. I have to accept me. And that's what I did.
Yeah, that's strong right there.
Yes, it is. Oh
'Cause-
my.
I used to be on the beach with these things, and I'm like, I'm hot. So I took them off. I didn't want no more surgeries. I didn't go because at the time there was Shriners Hospital in Cincinnati. A lot of people was like, "Why didn't you go?" My mom, them, life was lifing for them, so they didn't send me there. So I didn't get the proper care I should have got, but that's not the route God wanted me to go. So I stopped treatment, basically. And then when I got older, I was ministering to another burn victim through support groups. And she told me about laser treatments to help you, smooth it out and stuff. And I was like, And that's in my 40s. So I started doing that for me just to enhance what I already got going on because I know I'm cute.
Yeah. That's
Wow,
girl.
wow.
That's really, really. I'm over here, and I don't get tongue tied a lot, but you are setting the tone for just the comeback of understanding that life goes on.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be strong, and you said at 19 it showed you that okay, I done had enough of covering it up.
9th, 10th grade.
10th grade, yes. That you had enough of covering up your body. You weren't going to go through the process of hiding because I'm gonna tell you, I would have been trying to hide it. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's me. I don't know though. I don't know. Let me take that back, Andrew, because I'm an open book. So I don't know if I would have tried to. Because what gave you the power to just say no? I'm not gonna hide this no more. I'm okay with this.
They was looking with it on. They was looking without it. So I was like, I might as well be comfortable if they're gonna look.
Okay.
And then I got to the point where it wasn't so much the babies, it was the older people.
Wow.
So if I caught somebody staring, like, "Hey, how you doing today?" I kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
And I will say, in the 8th grade, my class, when I came back to school, they had a program. They dedicated the 8th grade promotion to me, and I cried like a baby. So they dedicated the song "Hero" by Mariah Carey to me.
Oh.
And they told me I was their hero because I was so determined to get back to school and doing what I'd like to do. But at that time, I had a little boyfriend. After my accident, his family was very supportive, but he went away because I no longer looked the same.
Okay.
And that's okay.
Okay.
Because later in life, he tried to holler back, and
So
I was like,
he tried to come back later on.
in life.
Wow.
But fast forward in high school, I feel like God helped filter foolery out of my life with these scars. Because, I probably would have to go through all the typical guys telling you all the stuff you want to hear just to hit it. I know this is a God show, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
But I felt like he filtered some of those crazy people out of my life because my first high school sweetheart, he didn't see scars. He helped me even more because I used to wear like little pressed powder or whatever, but he didn't want me to wear that. And he was making me more comfortable in my skin because I used to question, dang, why this happened? Everybody, looking, showing all this extra skin and stuff. I want to grease up and show extra skin too, but maybe I feel like God didn't want me to do that because I probably would have ended up with a lot of babies because I thought I was cute. Maybe I feel like I started questioning, I was like, well, maybe God did this to slow me down to bring me back on the right path. Because I probably would have been a hot tail.
We ain't gonna say that now because God don't put evil on us or anything
right?
like
But I'm just
that.
saying,
So
I feel like
we're not gonna say that. But I say that everything is a testament to let people understand that it's strength in your pains. Because that's what I'm getting over here. I'm getting that. I'm being strengthened just to know. Okay, now any scar on my body, anything that happened to me, anything that's wrong, even when with having a disease like diabetes, and things like that, you have to take those things and understand that you can take it and let it hurt you, bring you down, or you can take this stuff and make yourself the best version of Andrew, the best version of Ted, the best version of Monica that you
Right.
can be, because at the end of the day, all you're gonna have is what did you do? This story, this is your life, girl. This thing gonna follow you until you die. Now, don't think,
Yeah.
don't think this thing ain't gonna be with you until you die. You got to understand this has to be out there. I told you, the book should have been written. The movie should have been done. I don't know because people got to understand. It's people that's been through worse than that. I don't know those things, but people need to hear this. So you got anything you want to add to say, Monica, with the situation?
I'm just gonna say, because I did not know your story. We are friends. We do go to church together. We work side by side in different areas. I saw him, but your personality and just you being beautiful it outweighed that. So I don't ever, I see it, but I don't pay no attention because you're confident in who you are. I love the way you dress, and I told you that several times. I mean, you just in how you just move. I mean, you have this girl power, woman power that just draws women to you, and so we don't even see those scars. And I just, I'm thinking back to I have a scar on my leg when I was a baby. I got cut on a tractor. And I used to hate to wear shorts because the scar is a keloid, because I have keloid skin. So I didn't want to wear anything. And I'm like, I was embarrassed about a little scar on my leg, and you've got scars, and you like, hey, it is what it is. And you're right, they're going to look, they're going to point, they're going to do those things, but you got to be confident in who you are. And you are, so your beauty, your the way you carry yourself, the love for your family, all the above outweighs any scars that is physically shown on your body.
Thank you. I want to give a shout out here, because I've been married before, and I'm not gonna put everything out there, but I will say, when I was pregnant with Jaden, I was told, "Hey, you solid, but there's a small percentage of you." Because of your burns, I want a divorce. This was before my husband now. And I was like, wow, we've been married. And, when I go on dates or whatever, I tell people what it is. I don't hide it.
Yeah.
I might put on some extra short so you can
So
see
you can see it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I remember that time I was at the table. I was like, look, I pulled up my sleeves. I was like, hey, I'm burned. Is this going to be an issue for you? Not many people going to do that on a date, but I did. So to hear that, and I've been married to you for a couple of years now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pregnant with the baby, and you
I
tell me
remember,
that.
I remember, girl. I want to fight him now. I'm messing with
So
you.
fast forward, I took that and I made some lemonade out of that. I kept pressing forward, and I eventually divorced. We're good co-parents, but I will say God blessed me with a husband now, because I used to wear like big clothes. You didn't ever really. I mean, I was dressy, but I wasn't really, sexy with it. My husband now, when we first met, we talked. I even told him, like, before we even met, I was like, hey, I'm burned. Is that a problem? And he was like, no. I was like, oh, okay. Well, let me go on and send you some pictures and all this stuff. Make sure it is what it is, because don't be wasting my time.
So this was going on while you all was dating, or before you all even went on a date?
Before we even went on a date,
Okay,
I let him know, hey,
okay.
this is what you're getting into. What's up?
Yeah.
So we ended up meeting, and he was like, and I was tore up on our first date. I'm going to give him a shout out, though. I went intentionally tore up, not looking cute, raggedy. And he was like, you're beautiful. And I'm looking like, I said, I know you lying. I had on some big old weave and stuff like that. And he was like, you beautiful. I was like, wow. So fast forward, we still together, apparently. He was encouraging me even more. Hey, what you wearing makeup for? You don't have to wear no makeup. I like you in your pure state. You're beautiful. Why you got all this weave on? As I was coming to your chair a little bit more often with the natural hair.
Yeah.
So he not saying that I didn't embrace my natural, but I started embracing it even more because he was encouraging. Hey, why you got on that long sleeve, girl? Let your back out. So
Wow.
he my little cheerleader. He be like, girl, go on and put that little short number on. It's cool. It's okay.
And once again, God restores you. He gives you
restored me.
something that you needed to take you to that next level, girl, and give you what you had to hear to heal you. And I can tell that through your husband now, your healing is total now, is whole now. You know, you see a whole Andrea, which I think I saw a whole Andrea back then.
Yeah.
I think you
did.
was good back
Yeah.
then.
I had to heal though. The fire strengthened me. It didn't
Okay.
break me. It always encouraged me to do something better. Like that's why I always had 2-3 jobs. Like I wanted more. I desired more. I researched more.
Yeah.
That's why I be my hands be everywhere. My brain doing stuff. It strengthened me. So I tried to encourage others. Did I have some bad days? I did, but it didn't get me down like that. Like you would think, like I would be in depression or no. I always knew I was different. Again, I did question some things, but during my downtime in my my late 30s, I had to do some counseling because I was bitter.
Okay, come on.
I had to do some counseling because I was bitter from the divorce.
Yeah.
Because mentally, it drained me. It took me into places I thought I'd never be, more than the burns did, because it was being thrown at me at that time. Now, I've been burned since 13. Why is it becoming a beating, or you hitting me with it so much in the marriage?
Wow.
So I was angry. I was hurt.
Wow.
I had to heal to and Jaden, my son, I had him later, but I feel like he came here to change some mindsets that I had, along with some intense therapy.
With some intense therapy, which is a beautiful thing that you're able to talk about the intense therapy, because we talked about this over many shows, Monica.
Yes.
Therapy
Nothing wrong with
works.
therapy, yes.
It works. And people need to realize it's a good thing. But I had to do that to get me ready for my marriage now.
Which is a blessing.
Because he wouldn't want that old girl.
He won't want the old girl. So, quick question. As a parent, and anytime anytime our kids get hurt or anything, how did your parents, especially your mom, your dad, do you think your mom went through a phase of, I should have never let them went over there and spend the night? How did your family heal from what happened to you?
Because it was a family member's house, she blamed family. See, I got a whole nother life. Y'all don't, I have different chapters of trauma that I've turned pain into blessings and testimonies. My parents were on drugs at the time, and that's why it was easy for us to spend the night at other people's houses. But she did blame herself and the family member for a while, but eventually everybody got back on the same page.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's another testament right there, baby, because you got to understand family issues, family dramas. You hate to say it, but I saw a post a couple of days ago, y'all, that talks about how we talk about how our children are burdens, or make it seem like having your child was a burden for you. And when you do that to a child in their life, you won't see the full potential. But God always has a ram in the bush, y'all, because we're all success stories. We're all your success story. But when you see a child who has gotten the proper, because you get to see that now. You get to see Jaden get the proper love from his new father and his biological father.
Yeah.
But he's getting the love that he needs, and that's something that children need. And I know who was the love that loved you through this, because it had to have been someone, a grown person that loved you through all of this and gave you the strength and gave you God. Who was that older person that did that for you?
My grandmother who raised
Your
me.
grandmama. Gotcha.
Evelyn Estella Daniel, may you rest in peace.
Gotcha. Ooh.
Yes. She, at an early age, because I was around her more, she had me more. So I'm the most loving. I'm the go-to in the family. I'm the level headed, the nurturer, the counselor,
And
all those things.
That's who she was.
She held the family together. So I'm the go-to person. I appreciate that. Some people be like, that's a lot of pressure. It's not, because it comes naturally. And I got it from her. I got it from the best. I'm big on family. My husband can vouch for that. He was like, man, we got to do this together. Like, yeah, I'm very big on family. Very big.
So was she the one who actually, I know you said you had a young lady that would actually help you with your wounds and pat you up, but when you got out of the hospital, was your grandmama the one who?
That's who I went to live with.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow.
Gotcha.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you got that grandmama love. That's some good love right there, because she done
I used to call her mama.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
So she's the one really help nurse you back to health and all that. Okay.
And now my great aunt, whose house it was, because again, we was bouncing. Me and my sisters were bouncing from home to home. But they definitely stepped in and did their part. Not saying it was guilt, but it was just, we were family. So they did what they had to do with my grandmother, that nurturing, that loving spirit that kept me going. It was her.
Okay.
Even to later in life, it was her. She got me. She understood me. She never saw me, Andrea, as the burn survivor. She didn't see that. She just saw Andrea. And you said something about kids. Both of y'all said something. Jaden. So, kids can be cruel. So me and my son cool like that. I told him we have safe talk. So you can talk to me about anything.
Okay.
And I asked him, I was like, Jaden, what do you think about mommy being burned? I asked him this early because he was like, Mama, does that hurt? I said, oh, Mama was in the oven. She cooked a little longer than usual. But when he got older, I had to have that conversation. And I asked him, like, do people pick with you because you're, because I'm burned? He's like, no, ma'am. They said they actually be checking you out, some of them, but he don't have any issues. But again, I feel like prayer, God and our village keeps us going. But he hasn't had to suffer or had to defend his mama.
Wow.
Because that was one of my concerns. That's one of the reasons why I didn't really want to, I wasn't wanting to say I want babies. Because I was like, I don't want to put me on my babies.
That's crazy, girl. That's something to think about right there. You don't want to put you on your child, so that, man.
You don't want your babies out here defending you. You the parent.
But not understanding that was another piece of your strength that you needed. He made you go. He made you move and get up and go. So, all things.
So Jaden thinks I'm like a superhero. He's like, Mama, you strong. You went through all that. So at the age, I think we was like 7 or 8 when we started having this conversation, because he's a little mature. So the fact that he got it and not question, I'm like, oh, Mama, you go put this on. No, he was cool, calm and collective, understanding.
So at the end of the day, where you're at in life now, okay, where you're at now, what do you draw from this? What do you pull from this? Because it's in your past, but you see it every day. So what do you pull from this? How at this age in life? Because how old are you now, Andrew?
I'm 45.
45.
Yes.
Okay. So you
45.
You're on that way to that big 50.
Yes.
Okay. So
you got 5 more years. Don't let him trap you into this 50. You got 5 more years, honey.
That thing coming so fast, you better recognize.
But that's okay. Enjoy it. It's nothing but a number, Andrew. It's nothing but a number.
So what's your passion now? What do you see yourself doing or going forth in life after, at this age and this nice space in where you're at right now, after this?
I will say, instead of, it used to be, why me? I say, wait, why not me? So that's my motto, why not me? So I use this when people, I use it to encourage people. I hope they see a strength when they see me walking. I hope they see strength, not a victim.
Okay.
I'm a survivor, not a victim.
Yeah, we way past victim, girl. We on survivor to next level thing. That's why I asked you, what's your next level? Is what is he telling you to do now?
I want to reach more people, because there's so many people out there, not just burn victims, but it's people out there with deformalities and things like that that need encouraging. So I want to use my platforms. I actually want to get back into speaking because I used to do that.
I remember, yeah.
I want to get back into doing that. So I meet so many people and tell my story just at a restaurant or something, and it makes me feel good.
I'm starting to understand this whole thing we call purpose-driven life, and that's an awesome purpose to have. I'm like I say, the strength I'm drawing. What type of strength you drawing over there, baby?
I mean, I'm just in awe because, like I told you, I didn't know your story. And just to hear at that young age how you just persevered on, that's just amazing to me. My grandma also helped raise me as well. So I think that plays a big part of making us strong African American women. But it's just, I'm like, wow. And then back in my mind, like, could I really have done that? Because I'm like you, you think you're cute, you're at that age, and just thinking about all that you had to endure, and as well as you being hurt by losing your brother as well. So my hat goes off to you. Just much, much respect and honor for you. And, just to hear your story, and I hope it encourages others. There's nothing too hard for God. You just got to trust and believe, and then love yourself.
Yes,
that's another thing. I think this day and age, a lot of kids don't love themselves. So by them not loving themselves, some of them, take their life, just do foolish things. And I'm like, man, if only you knew God didn't create anything that's not beautiful.
Right.
But like you said, you got to love yourself. And I see that in you, loving yourself in spite of, not caring what people may say, think. I think that is amazing, amazing.
Something cool about God, because even after the accident, even after I started dating, my in-laws, because I don't use in-laws, my in-laws, they have a similar background. My in-law and her siblings were in a house fire. So my husband knows the walk. So I didn't even have to explain it. It was already understood.
Wow.
God was setting me up for what I already needed, and I didn't even know it.
Wow.
Ain't that something?
All things. I'm gonna stop with that thing right there. That man, girl, it's like it all lined up to still be for the good of everything that you had to deal with, girl. That is something that is really, really amazing to hear. And I gotta ask this real quick. Did you go through a period or a time to where you felt like you didn't want to go on or didn't want to live?
There was a point, but I would say it wasn't so well. Again, other situations were happening, not just being the burn. When somebody's telling you that you're not that because you burn, that somebody's supposed to love you. I think that more did so at that time. So it's like, dang.
Okay.
But more so, I don't think it was me per se, but it was just somebody telling you that you're not pretty.
Right.
Go do this. Go get your nails done. Go get your eyelashes done. Keep your hair done. It was all these requirements. You wasn't really loving me.
Wow.
So I wouldn't say per se it was, but it started it started playing with my head.
It started playing on you when the person that's supposed to love you was coming at you and making you feel some type of way. So I understand that. But personally, you never had it in your spirit. Like you was good from 13 on. You said, we gonna roll with this. We gonna rock with this. We gonna let anything that somebody can try to throw at me, we gonna just let it hit. Them darts come, but my shield of faith is up. I'm protected by God's love and his. I mean, it's and I'm excited to know you, girl, even more now.
Because I'm over here thinking, I'm like, dang, did I ever? I didn't.
Wow.
But I say it's the village. The ones before us was praying. The grandmothers, the aunties, the great aunts, the great grandmas, the big mamas. They kept us covered in prayer.
Yep. Wow. And I don't think we as in this generation we never thought of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not even dare even think about suicide, anything like that, because I felt like we all grew up in church and we were strong, and God, he he knows the path he has for us. So therefore we stayed strong. We stayed in church. And then I'm quite sure as a young age, I knew how to pray because of my grandmother. So I think we had some shoulders to stand on. And like you said, it's that village to help you get through the hard times. And therefore, I mean, yeah, just to help us get through those dark times. And then, like you said, our parents, they was, they didn't know a lot. I'm like you, I look and see and just I have to think about it. I was like, they done the best that they could.
Yeah, with the tools they had. And they didn't have a lot of tools.
Right. And so we can't just fault them,
No.
Either. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But yes, I'm glad I got to know your story. Now I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm praying it's going to help someone because it's someone out there that's listening to this. It might not be a burn, but it's something that they're struggling with. And this should be a great encouragement to them.
The young lady that told me about the laser treatments, her burns were as bad as mine. And I was like, wow, she encouraging me. And I'm like, wow. And I had to show her. I showed her like my legs and stuff. And she was like, wow, I wouldn't have thought. So she started taking her layers off because hers weren't as bad. And her name was Andrea too.
Oh, wow.
See how God be working.
That's crazy, girl. So are you a swimsuit wearer now, girl?
Am I?
Come on.
Two-piece and everything. Back out. You might see me with a little split, you know.
So you was on that cruise ship with the 2-piece on, girl?
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's confidence, girl. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then
Sleeveless.
Ooh,
Because it's hot, Ted. It's hot.
It's hot, girl.
This heat different.
Come on. I love it. I love it. I love it. And like I say, confidence, y'all. Y'all, if y'all, I can see her, and some of y'all will be able to actually see her when you all look at the Sacrificial Conversations on YouTube. But right now, over the airways, you can't see this young girl. But I tell you, her smile it's an infectious smile. It will bring you into just her personality because her smile alone speaks for itself, you all. And I'm talking about a confidence like no other. Going through a trauma like that and being able to, at this place in life, be able to say, hey, this thing don't have control over me. And when we get to those places in life, you all, I think about things like, I understand losing someone. That can hurt real bad. But when it's something that's done happen to you personally, like affliction, burn victim, disease that you've been affected with, or something that you've gotten that you didn't expect to happen, we got to be strong still. I know a couple of people who, and I'm going to interview them, they have babies that have Down syndrome, okay? And you can't let that take you and put you in a place or put you in a box of where you're defeated or you're not. You still have to take those children that have any type of illness and be able to make them greater, better in spite of. So that's the encouragement that I get tonight. In spite of, we're still going to be able to make it, move, as long as God gives you breath, limbs to use. And that's what you did. You said, as long as he kept me with tools to use, I can use my fingers, I can use these things no matter what. So the surface that's covering these things, I can still use these things to be the best Andrew that I can be. You done it, girl, because you killing it, girl. I got to tell you.
Yes, hats off to you.
I get told I'm extra all the time. People don't understand.
You're a good extra though. That's
I know. I think so too.
You're a good
There's nothing
extra.
wrong with being extra in the right way.
Yes, in the right way.
It's extra with humility aligned with it.
Yes,
So that's what I can give you, girl, because that's a good question to pose. Is it bad to be extra, Monica?
I don't think so. Our God is extra, so why not? We his children.
What's your thoughts? Is it bad to be extra?
No, it's not bad to be extra. I love extra. My husband tell me all the time, do you have to have bling on everything? Yeah. When God gives you a second chance at life after telling your parents to go on and bury you, get ready to bury you.
Man.
And then I pulled through. I was going to say this.
Man.
The fireman told me that I was doing like less than 10 breaths per minute.
Wow.
I want to say he was like, it was faint 3 or 4.
Wow.
Wow.
And
But
look,
God.
Yes, but God, He had the last say.
So yeah, that's why I'm extra.
and
You got a reason to be extra, yes.
And you've had that extra since you was 13.
Yeah.
My extra came later on in life, so I'm extra now as well
Yeah.
too, because when you get a second chance and you understand what
Yeah.
a second chance
Second
really
chance,
means.
yeah.
See, a lot of people don't understand what a second chance really means.
Yeah,
When
they don't know. They're not there yet.
but
when
you
they
know,
get there.
and I don't wish it on people. And
No.
let me say that too. I
Yeah.
don't wish it on
Yeah.
people because I feel like when you go through one of those type of situations, it just makes you more aware. I'm gonna say that, and then we're gonna leave it at that. We're more aware of what life means to you, not to the other person. So let's cut that right there.
Yeah,
But
appreciative
yes,
of God goodness.
Yes.
Greatness.
that's how we're gonna
Amen.
leave it
Yeah.
at that. So. Y'all, this has been a amazing night. You all,
Yes.
Monica, you got any conclusion you want to give for
No,
tonight
just
as
want
we
to
get
thank
off
our
the air?
guest for sharing her story. It's encouraging, and I'm hoping it helps someone. And we just thank God for pulling you through.
Yes. My conclusion, because Andrew, I'm gonna let you have the last conclusion for the night because it is your story, and I'm gonna let you have it. My conclusion for tonight, understand, y'all, things in life are gonna happen. I know that cliche, life be lifing, but no, life is you're gonna get them. I say this so many times. You're gonna have the ups, you're gonna have the downs, you're gonna have the sorrows, you're gonna have the pains. But I was able to speak this word. All things are still gonna work together for the good of them who love Christ. So, Andrea, I'm gonna leave with that one right there, and that's been one of my staples that I've been dealing with. But I'm gonna give it to you and let you have the floor to take us on home for tonight.
I just want to encourage people. You are uniquely made. There's a lot of platforms out here. There's a lot of pressure to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You are perfect in your own unique way.
That's good, girl.
And it's okay if you look different. It's okay if you don't look what society say you should look like. Love you, be great.
Amen. That's a mouthful right there.
And I'm going to drop the mic on that because God got us.
Love you and be great. That was good. You have been listening to WFTB 104.1 FM Tab Nashville Gospel Radio. Also the Teddy and Monica show is what we're actually on, but our other platform, the Sacrificial Conversations. Monica, you got anything you want to say about the voting before we get out
Just
the
remember
air?
to vote, www.thespinawards.com/vote. Go out there and vote for the Teddy and Monica show. You all be blessed.
Be blessed. We love you all. I told y'all it was going to be a good conversation. Sacrificial Conversations. Did you subscribe yet? Hit that like button. You might get something that's going to help your life. Y'all be blessed.